One's a former NFL star turned esports coach.
But I was getting the stink eye from my wife. So she's like, "What you doing?" I'm like, "Nothing."
And one's a dad who can't stop playing Rocket League.
These kids these days, they're like, we're used to jump and run.
Together, they welcome you to Ahman Green's Gamers Lounge.
Welcome in to Ahman Green's Gamers Lounge. I'm your host, Ahman Green, and I got to get that intro. Got to get a new one done. My man John is not here with us no anymore. Shout out to John Audius. Welcome into the stream. So if you're this is your first time into the Gamers Lounge, this is the ultimate destination for all things gaming, hosted by myself. I guess I'm a legendary running back from the NFL. Play for the Green Bay Packers. Green Bay Packers all-time lead rusher. But also I am a gaming enthusiast. I coach, I teach, I do all type of things in terms of video games and life and sports as well. So this show is your weekly getaway to the latest news, hottest updates, and game releases that we'll be talking about this week. Some good games coming out this week so far. So an in-depth discussion about some of the things going on around in the industry, and also whether you're a casual gamer or a hardcore esports fan. On top of that, My Gamers Lounge is the place for you. So it's the place for everyone to join in. So grab your controller, settle in, and join us as we dive into that dynamic world of gaming. And starting off, man, last weekend was I say a fun weekend, a new event that I added to my list of going to. Place in Eau Claire, Wisconsin. Goes by the name of Collector Con, and I'm not sure. It was the first time for me, for sure. I'm not sure it was the first time of it being in Eau Claire, but I believe they've been there previous years. But it was a fantastic group that put it together. Dan, Jenny, shout out to them. The Collector Con organizers, and then some of the fans. Some of the talent that was there. I was one of the talent myself. Former NFL running back Chuck Foreman, who is my good teammate from college, Jay Foreman's dad. He was a Minnesota Viking. He's in the Ring of Honor for the Minnesota Vikings, and I think the Pro Football Hall of Fame. I'm not sure, but I know he's in the Minnesota Viking Hall of Fame. So met him. Not met him, but hung out with him. We had a good time there, and then meeting all the actors that were there, voiceover actors and actors. Mindy Sterling, who is from the Austin Powers movies, and also Drop Dead Gorgeous. She played Dr. Evil's not overbearing but loud wife with they had a son. Believe their son eventually was played by actor Seth Green later in the series. So she was there. She was outstanding, beautiful person to meet. Had dinner with him pretty much every night between her. Like I said, shout out to Dan, and then Alex as well, Dan's son, who also helped organize the event. And then Jacob Castellon. Make sure I'm saying these names right. Selwyn Ward of the Power Rangers, and Brian Mathis and Matthew Sussman. I believe Brian Mathis. Hold on, let me see. I have the what is it up here? Hold on, I could look over here. But make sure I don't get I get everything right here on the names of folks that I met and what they're from. Making sure I hit it out the park and I don't hit a foul tip. But I know Mindy, she's from Austin Powers. And then the rest of the talent that was there with me, I know. So was this how you say his name? Selwyn Ward was a part of the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers crew of Power Rangers, which was fun to be a part of as well, being that. Trying to get to the list of characters that were there, or were actors and voiceover actors that were there. Let me see go to the about page. Yeah, nope, that's not it. Event schedule, here we go. Darn it doesn't have the big pictures that they had of all of us, which was cool. It was like on one of the advertisements. Oh, here we go. Special guests. About special guests. Here we go. Found it. That was it. It was quick. No pictures. Darn it. I don't get all the information on it. But I know Brian and Matthew. Brian or Matthew, between the both of them, they've voiceover actor for One Piece and Meowth on Pokemon Indigo series. So between the both of them, I can't remember which one did what, which one did what, but just so you know, that's those voices. And if you know, put it in the chat, please. What's up? In the chat, we got Also, Blue Ranger, Lost Galaxy. Yeah, hey, bud, it's Alan. Hey, what's up, Akido, in the chat? NIL TV Esports and Coloris. What up, man? Alex from the con here. There you go. There's Alex right there, as I talk about. Him and his dad and Jenny help organize. A few other people. That was just the main three that just popped up in my head. That was a part of the event. But it's a fantastic event. I can't wait to do it again next year. It was fun. Alan and I, Steph, we all had a great time up there. So thank you for inviting me up there. Michaela with Gaming Generations. That's where it started, and it ended with meeting Dan, his son, and then fans there. I connected with fans where I got a couple guys, couple of little dudes that I hung out with, Trenton and Grant. They were collectors. They were sports cards collectors, I believe. More sports cards than Pokemon. But you could, at Collector Gun, you can collect. If you're a Pokemon, if you're a sports cards, if you're Nuratu, One Piece, any of those cards and animes were available for buy, sell, and trade. And try to find your one piece of your collection to get it completed. I know my wife with her deck of 151 originals, she's only a few cards off of collecting all the 151 originals, which is, I heard, it's a fantastic feat in collecting Pokemon cards. It says Chronolus says, Alex says, glad you had a great time, man. We can't wait till next year. Yes, I can't wait next year. I mean, we had Mother Nature show up. Everybody shows up for a big collector con. So Mother Nature had to make a big display. We had a little bit of inclement weather Saturday and a little bit on Sunday, but I was able to get out, no problem. So the event ended over at 4. I didn't get on the road as fast as I wanted to, but it still made it in due time to get to the airport, and no delays, no cancellations. Maybe delays and cancellations for other people's flights, but not for my flight. So I was able to make it home safely. But I say good job with the whole present and the platform for us to come out there, sign autographs, interact with fans. I was able to play a few times, quite a bit of NBA Street and NFL Street, which I hadn't touched those games in forever. And probably, I want to say since it came out, I'll say at least a year or two, because a year ago, I was with Ludio at Milwaukee Gaming Classic last year, and I think we played a little bit of Def Jam Vendetta and a little bit of NBA Street. So we got that part done last year. So it hadn't been too long, just been probably a year. I mean, we got MGC next month in Milwaukee. So shout out to anybody headed to Milwaukee Gaming Classic. I will be there. Akido will be there. The crew will be having a good time. Ludio, shout out to Ludio and his company. It's a great company. Carcade. Yeah, it doesn't get better than that. When you got a car and you can just have an arcade as soon as the car pulls up. So shout out my guy there, right there. It says NIL TV versus I got a jet. Tried to knock one more time. Oh, wait a minute. I gotta go to the Twitch channel. Okay. Let me go to the Twitch channel real quick. You knocked, and I wasn't there. I didn't realize it. I was explaining my day or my weekend, in other words. That, and so you could try it one more time, knocking Akido, and then I'll select it here on the screen. Episode 289. That means we are 11 episodes short of 300. Yeah, Melanie. Oh, thought that was my granddaughter. She's in town, so it's spring break for my granddaughter. And so we maybe do a Lego stream later. Open together. There we go. All right. Now I could go back to where I was in StreamYard. There we go. Got it. There it is. All right. So fantastic time out in Eau Claire, Wisconsin. Made it back home. Weather was a little chilly, but it makes sense because if you're a geography guy like me, the the weather up north obviously reflects down here because it was so cold and snowing. So it's a little chilly down here. Vice versa. When it's hot and humid down here, that humidity and everything pushes up north in the summertime. So you may not get rain. You may not get a tornado, but you're going to get hot, humid summers in Nebraska and Wisconsin, Iowa, and all that, and vice versa. Now we got inclement weather. The last couple of days has been in the low 40s and 50s, chilly here in Houston area. So, but no snow, but that snow obviously is happening in other areas too. So I say, have fantastic time in CollectorCon. Can't wait to do it again. So that is my check-in for the week here. And so now let's book it on over to where we had it. We're booking somewhere. We're headed to Quick Hit News Bites, and we got some good stuff. We got some interesting stuff. NVIDIA has done some things that a lot of people don't like, but I'm gonna say, hey, you might have to get over it. All right, but I'm gonna head to commercial. Be right back. Got who we got? Stay plugged in. No, we got Sly Drink. See you in 17 seconds. Peace out. Whether you're deep in the digital world or out exploring the great outdoors, Sly Drink keeps the good times rolling. So power up your play with Sly Boost for energy, Sly Chill to relax, and Sly Dream to recover. No matter where your adventures take you, explore with Sly. Refresh, recharge, and repeat. All right, as you read there, it says NVIDIA. What we got? NVIDIA's DLSS5 is a slap in the face to the art of video game design. So under that small headline, the latest AI filter tech misses the point completely. So NVIDIA just revealed that its DLSS5 is a new AI graphics tech that uses generative systems to enhance video games with more photorealistic effects. And so people should not worry about mincing their words about what they see here. And I know in this article here, the writer here definitely goes off. He says he looks like, you know what? It doesn't look good. I'll just say that it doesn't look good. So the artists, and I say the opinions of others out there, is not happy with what NVIDIA is doing. So the first shot of NVIDIA's DLSS5 announcement trailer gives us a good look at the impact that technology has on Capcom's latest new video game that has got a lot of big and good reviews is Resident Evil Requiem that just came out, I think, a few weeks ago or a month ago. It's already a stunning looking video game. So I can't say I ever felt it was in need of enhancements, but lo and behold, as the green bar sweeps across the screen, a yesified Grace Ashcroft is also staring back at us, devoid of any discriminable character, as if the light behind her eyes have been switched off by the technology. So it's some sort of smoothed over face, unrealistic lighting, and that we've become accustomed to seeing in the corners of the App Store, on advertising banners, websites, you name it. You look there, look at it into incognito mode. It takes a character so carefully crafted by the art team of Capcom and says, no, we could do that better. And adding a layer of sheen that makes the gray stand out in Requiem's world rather than feel the part of. So here is a look at it real quick. As you see right here at the bottom of the screen here, there is I'll run the video real quick. Yes, I'm over 17. So here is the artwork they're talking about here. Actually, let me skipping 12 seconds. We got a WW26 commercial that I'll play the video game, but I'm not gonna watch the series. Here we go. Here's the artwork from DLSS5. That's on. That's off. We're gaming, and then on. Wow. To me, I think it looks great. I like it. Brings a more realistic look to the video game, and I guess there's naturalists that want that video game look, but then when you got almost a human element to the artwork, that was Resident Evil Requiem, and here's Hogwarts Legacy, a game that I'm playing right now, to see the difference in graphics, the enhancements that AI brings to it. I'm like, hey, look, AI is here, y'all. I mean, you can get mad all you want about what's going on with it, but it's here, and it's here to stay, and it's here to assist too, right? I mean, it's not here to take over. I mean, maybe one day, unfortunately, but right now, you gotta learn to work with it. Throw it out there, and it will enhance your art. will make it better. So just know that things out here that's out of your control, like AI, is here and it's here to stay, and it's going to be here a long time. So to fight it, you're going to make yourself tired and wasteful and stressed out and stuff like that. So I think you should
You're just gonna stay
embrace
here
it
when this is all done.
and let it be, because AI is here, and we've seen all the movies of years to come before we even got to this point where AI will come into our space and start doing things, taking our jobs and making things better around the house or whatever. We've seen them from Terminator to Minority Report. Okay, The Matrix. We've seen everything from good to bad to right down the middle of what AI and robots can do for ourselves, for our lives. So I think it's something that we got to be in a realization of that. Robots, AI is going to be here, and they're here to enhance. But you know what? We got to be smart to make sure we keep them at a level that they stay enhancing our lives and not ending our lives. So I'll just say that. That's my 2 cents. What's up, Cowboy Naughty in the chat? OG John, how you doing? It says, insane. I never turn mine on because it takes up so much PC power and frame rates drop, but it does look good. It looks very good. So then that's from my man Cowboy Naughty that's in the chat right now. So with like I said, with the AI article, you could go and finish reading an article on IGN.com, excuse me, and your opinion is your opinion. Like if you don't like it, you don't like it, right? But if you learn how to work with it, great. And if you do love it, then hey, you're sitting in happy land right now, because it takes things to make it look better. It takes things to make it write up better, like editing things with ChatGPT and Gemini and all the other AI that's existing right now for us here in the world. So hey, you better get along with the bus ride, because the bus have left the station and AI is driving. And Copilot right now, i.e. Copilot, is the Copilot along with Gemini and everybody else. So you might as well be on that train too. All right, let's head over to my next quick hit news bite here. Boom. We got GameStop makes a bold declaration about the PS3, Xbox 360, and Wii U that you will make you feel old. Well, I'm seasoned already, so I don't know what more. My granddaughter's here visiting for her spring break, so I don't know what else I need to be I say considered old or feel old. But it says an audience and analysis to continue to speculate that on the next era of video game hardware, many have been reminiscent over previous consoles, from including the era that gave the fans the PS3, the Xbox 360, and the Nintendo Wii U. So that patch of period of between 2000 to about 2006, I think that would believe you. I remember the Wii U coming around that time, 7, 8, 9 in there. 360 hit in about 2001 or 2. And so retailer GameStop unexpectedly joined in and thought not in the way that many players had hoped for. But as for the GameStop boldly declared the PS3, Xbox 360, and the Nintendo Wii U are all now officially retro consoles, y'all. So now, so for anybody that was a kid playing those games playing games on those consoles, like a lot of Guitar Hero, so that means Akido, that means Naughty, OG John, I think you with me anyway. So boom, it's so you're getting seasoned now. So you can now call yourself that. That is now retro. So that's close to 20 years. It's over 20 years ago. 2000 was 26 years ago. 2000 to 2005. So you go to 2006 is 20 years ago. So there you go. So once you hit that 20-year mark, you're retro. It's a number of fans, no doubt, remember when these systems first launched. I am one of them. And if you're in the chat, drop it down. Where were you when the PlayStation 3 dropped? Where were you what game did you play on the first time you played a PlayStation 3 game? What was your first game you played on the Xbox 360 game? And what was your first game that you played on the Nintendo Wii U? Drop it in the chat, please. Do that. I know for me, for PS3, it probably was God of War, I believe, the first one or maybe the second one. Xbox 360, most likely Madden, or get Grand Theft Auto or Halo 3, maybe. All right. And the Wii U, I didn't have a Wii U. So I never played Wii U until years later. And it was still new to me and old to me all at the same time. So drop in the chat the games you played. What was the first games you played on all these consoles? OG John, he said, I grew up on a Genesis. So yeah, OG John, I knew you were around my age. You're seasoned like me. Malachi says, I was an adult when they came out. Now I feel old as hell. Hey, seasoned, not old. Malachi, seasoned. Where did you go? Just had it up here. You're seasoned, Malachi. Seasoned. All right, not old. OG John says, man, I camped out at Best Buy in Grand Island for 2 days to buy a PS3 at launch day. Wow. Oh, man, the camping out. I think I camped out a few times. One for Phantom Menace when I was in Seattle, the movie, Star Wars. And then for the PSP or the PlayStation Vita. It was either the PSP or the Vita. I camped out at the Best Buy in Green Bay right there on Oneida across the street from the mall years ago. So that is fun. Camping out. I camped out a few hours because I came in the morning. So we had Check Dexter. What's up, man? There's Grant and Trenton. I was talking about, I believe their dad on here. So he said PS3 for me, a Little Big Planet. Oh, great game. I never played. I remember my niece telling me about that game. One of my nieces telling me about that game. It was super fun. Her and her husband played that game a lot. We got Call of Duty by Cowboy Naughty, Call of Duty 2 from Walmart. And then it's going down the line here. So, all right, we got so systems first launch, and many happy memories playing on the hardware. So, but the GameStop announcement formally categorized PlayStation 3, Xbox 360, and the Wii U's retro game systems has sent more players spiraling through the existential crisis of realizing how old those systems are, and the fans themselves are now also old too. So unfortunately, there it is. Y'all officially are older. There is a marker to put up. So to wrap up the article, it says, for a quick rundown of gaming history, the Xbox 360 debuted in 2005. The PlayStation 3 released in 2006, and the Wii U is a bit of a surprise in conclusion. It did not release until 2012. So I was right on two instances that the Xbox 360 and the PlayStation 3 released between 2000 and 2007. But like I said, I didn't play the Wii U a whole lot. So seeing the Wii U opened up 5 years later, back in 2012, okay, for me, surprise, not really, because I didn't know. All right, which oddly is missing from GameStop's lineup of newly recognized retro hardware. So while this is no fully fixed criteria of what makes a video game console retro, many have used the 20 years, 2 generations method. So if either 20 years have passed since a system first released, or 2 generations have been launched since the system is in question, then that would make the hardware retro or old school. So there you go. I don't feel prehistoric. Don't feel prehistoric, Malachi. Please don't. Seasoned is the word. I'll put it in the chat. You are seasoned. Not old. All right. So the Xbox 360 and PS3 are now both 20 years past their original launch date, and 2 consoles sit alongside the Wii U and is having seen 2 or more hardware generations released since they debuted way back when. And I'll say way back when for the Wii U in 2012. So season not Malachi says no. Season said no. White person. Oh Lord. Oh no. It's because you as you season, you taste better. It tastes better, like wine. It's just all that. So here is a little bit more down on the article, as it actually they posted on X. So here is the statement on X that they officially posted. When was this? A couple of days ago. Today's the 8th. Yeah, a couple of days ago. It reads, there, GameStop is today issued an official declaration that Sony PlayStation 3, Xbox 360, and the Wii U are all, for all practical purposes, now officially retro consoles. The ruling has reached the following careful analysis of multiple indicators, including the presence of components. So even the cables, the lack of Fortnite, and the realization that they've launched when George W. Bush was still head president. Oh, see, now they twisting the dagger right here. So this is GameStop being a heckler right here. So the ruling, so under GameStop's retro classification standard, the aforementioned systems will join the ranks of other ranks of beloved legacy hardware in the retro category, such as Sega Saturn and the Nintendo DS. In accordance with this designation, GameStop will run retro trade-in bonuses offered through March 21st. So there is a shining light and some happiness here for all the seasoned people in the chat. All right. So customers who bring in the Wii U, the Xbox 360, the PlayStation 3, or any other console games or accessories will be rewarded with an additional 10% to an in-trade credit. So, and then additionally, the message here on Excess, GameStop is pleased to announce stores accept defective retro consoles and on trade. Customers may now trade in historical artifacts even if they are non-operable. There you go. There's a shining light right there. He said, I don't know about this. He said, I don't know about this. Oh, I love it. Or missing accessories or aesthetically unfortunate. So that means beat up or something. They must need to adjust. I say adjust. At least it needs to be power on. All right. So it also says GameStop finished to wrap up the letter that they posted on X. GameStop would also like to remind the public that while these systems are officially classified as retro, they are still very cool, and everyone who owned one at launch is absolutely not old. So see, you're not old. You're not old. You're not seasoned yet. I think once you have grandkids, that's when you season. All right, the full list is available at www.gamestop.com/video games, video-games/retro/gaming. So there you go. The breakdown of that going on there for people in the chat. The chat is talking. Or what was your first game that you played on PlayStation 3, on Xbox 360, and the Wii U? You remember those? He says, calling it a disc-based system isn't retro. Yeah. Hey, that's what the GameStop is doing. They're calling things that are not quite old, but old. You know, it is what it is. So on that note, so keep dropping them in the chat. I'm going to run to another commercial. So we'll be right back here in a few seconds, something like 26 seconds. Got our people from Stay Plugged In. See you in a few. Looking to turn your passion for gaming into a college opportunity? Stay Plugged In is the premier platform connecting esports players with college programs nationwide. Whether you're grinding on Valorant, Rocket League, or Overwatch, Stay Plugged In gives you the tools to showcase your skills and earn esports scholarships. Don't just play, get recruited. Visit staypluggedin.com and start your journey to the next level today. All right, I'm gonna log in and again, forget about the digital divide campaign that is going on here. Wait a minute, are we signed in here? I'm gonna share it on X. Let me go in my campaign. So dashboard. That is still going full swing. We got we have a little malfunction with the website. I gotta get it where I can see the address, and I got everybody's name, but sometimes the address doesn't pop up. So I'm talking with support now. So if you put an order in and you didn't get your t-shirt yet, no big deals. I think it's just one person. I'll just say his first name. His first name's Tim. So Tim, I'm getting on it. I'm working on doing my best to get that address. I have your name, but if you're in the Discord, please drop your name and your address in the Discord for Ahman Green TV here. I'll do it right now for you because we got to get your t-shirt, man. You've been supporting, and we're going to have that. So Digital Divide Initiative, where I'm gonna fundraise money and awareness about the divide between certain places, rural communities, inner cities, that lack thereof of things like PCs, gaming PCs, or just PCs in general, broadband internet. So if I could bring that to a community, I could bring that to a school or Boys and Girls Club. That's what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna bring. My goal is to raise enough money to build out esports facility room or esports rooms at Boys and Girls Clubs, at middle schools and high schools and colleges, maybe around the nation. So that is my goal here, to raise that money to do that, to get on the road, because nobody else wants me around coaching or doing anything else. So I might as well play video games and give out consoles and PCs around the country, since I can't coach football. I can't coach anything else. So might as well do that, right? They don't want me to play with. They don't want to play with me. I'm gonna do my own thing here on the left side. So go on that website, click that link. Actually, let me get the screen up. Sorry. Click that link. Give now. You can amplify this too. That means you can post it on your social media. Because if I click here and here, I could share it on Facebook and Instagram. And I think that's what I'm gonna do, right? And I'll do this after the stream. All right. So please go to those links. I'll put it in the chat here. DDI. Boom. And right there, you could go get your t-shirt right now. We got one t-shirt. We're working on another as we speak. Other t-shirts to add to the fundraising effort. I was like, selling t-shirts is a nice little keepsake for making a donation to a great cause. So if you could do that, thank you very much. I appreciate y'all. And we had t-shirts at a CollectorCon and they all sold out. So which is fantastic to say. We went on Whatnot. Shout out to my man Jordan and his team at the Lobby. Is it the Lobby? The Lobby Sports Car Show in Eau Claire, Wisconsin. And we're looking to do more things with my Whatnot channel. So he's going to help me build that out and start selling other things that I need to get rid of in this house that are fun things like Funko Pops, more video games, maybe some Jordans. We did this before I move. We're going to look to do it again to get all these boxes out of this house so we can spread our arms and live here in Houston area for me and my wife and people that come visit. So go over there to that link. Please buy a t-shirt to donate and support. And we will keep this show on the road. What we got up next here? We got another commercial coming in from our friends over at Devour Go. They're changing up some things too. So I'll be talking to Devour Go, one of their organizers, tomorrow. So it's going to be interesting to see what they're up to and be more to talk about that. So here's Devour Go. See you in about 24 seconds. While you game, Devour Go delivers more than just food. It is the next-gen commerce platform bringing seamless ordering into the heart of gaming and entertainment. Skip the app hopping from your computer to the kitchen. Devour Go makes it easy to fuel up without missing a moment. Game on, eat up, Devour Go. All right, we're talking about esports history this week. Let me make a quick on edit in here. Get that out of there. All that is whoa. Slow down. A little bit of back into esports history, getting up the mic. Copy that. And paste that there. Boom. And then go boom. And we have boom. We hit that. So a little bit. Let me switch this out here. Edit. All right. There we go. We got, darn it. Change the edit. Fix it. All right. We got April 16th through the 18th. March. Wow. That's me. See, I'm seasoned. I'm not really. At least I caught it right at the end, but it's too bad I had April in there. I'm like a month ahead. I am the wrong way. I'm a whole month ahead. Got stuff on my brain thinking about it. Setting up here on my own, 1,000 things running in my head at one time. Here we go. Oh, man. That means my information. I'm a whole month ahead. Oh, man. I was doing two things at once when I was putting together to run a show today. So bear with me. At least I'll just a month from now. All right, let's get into it. All right, we got this week, March 18th. We got some good stuff going on, but it's going to be It's gonna be a month ahead. So let me fix this. I can fix it real fast. Just bear with me here for a second, y'all. I went a whole month ahead for some reason because I was doing too many things at once. So definitely can't multitask. Sorry about that. So I get March up. It just shows you I'm seasoned right here. I didn't put I went a whole month ahead for esports history of the week. I gotta redo that one. And I'll just read it from right here from the screen. Don't read that. Shut that down. Boom. All right, esports history of the week. We got over, I'll say, is it anything from past? Is all current stuff? No. Did I say history? This thing doesn't know how to go back in the day. Oh, here we go. Back in the day, March 17th, we had Nazgul founded the legendary team Liquid. There you go. Back in March 20th, 2020, Call of Duty Warzone reached 30 million players, doubling its user base during the early days of the pandemic. And also March 20th, 2020, Nintendo released Animal Crossing New Horizons and Doom Eternal that ended up playing on my stream and finishing on stream as well, and leading to a massive increase in concurrent users on Steam. And then also in March of 2020 was a lot going on that month, or that year and month. The COVID pandemic caused this was the announcement, because I remember being hired at Lakeland University on February 17th, the day after my birthday. And then COVID a month later, the COVID-19 pandemic caused the postponement of the Game Developers Conference and multiple early esports events, leading to a surge in viewership for online tournaments like the ESL Pro League. So I do remember that. Where were y'all at when I was in? You know where I was at? Put where you were at in chat when COVID hit, y'all, on the daily highlights and of esports, the history of esports. So I was in a hotel room in Madison, Wisconsin, because I was about to go do a my show with the the network. It was, I think, I can't think of it. It was with John. It's where I worked with John Audius. That was this the host of the show with me. So John and Ben Fant were all with me doing the Mon Green's Gamers Lounge first iterations of, you remember that? And I remember getting a phone call from the office saying, and it was iHeartRadio out of Madison. That's what it was. iHeartRadio out of Madison gave me a phone call right before I was about to leave the hotel that said, hey, don't come in. It's now you can drive home because COVID hit and shutting everything down. And I was like, what? That's what it hit me. So drop in the chat where you were at the day COVID hit, which was this week. It was the week of March 16th through the 20th. So, man, we got Cowboy Naughty says New Horizons 10 out of 10. Yes, that's going to probably be the next game I play on Backlog Busters when I finish Hogwarts Legacy. All right. So that is some really good esports history right there, because a pandemic happened and everything got shut down. So there was the edit right there, because my mind was in April for some reason, which I got some things going down in April. We got a lot of fun stuff. We got MGC, we got the NFL draft. Got a lot of stuff going on there. My daughter's birthdays are in April, so that's why my brain is probably stuck on that. So sorry about that little malfunction, but we'll head over to let's see, we got another commercial, Lucid Sound, and we'll be heading to the game releases. Oh no, are we on game releases? Oh no, the best thing I've seen on social media when we coming back. See you on a few. Level up your game with Lucid Sound, the next evolution in gaming audio. Whether you're Team Xbox or PlayStation, Lucid Sound has you covered with premium wireless headsets for Xbox Series X, S, Xbox One, PlayStation 5, and PS4. Hear every step, every shot, and every detail loud and clear. Comfort meets clarity. Game with Lucid Sound. All right, y'all. Here is the best thing. Oh, wait a minute. I gotta go back. I hate when I do this, but it's fun when to do it because I got sounds. I did the opener podcast. Here's quick hit news bites. Let's get that up. Get that volume up. Missed that. So I gotta go back and hit the audio read, right? All right, we got that one then. So now the best thing on social media, now we're caught up. So there we go. Best one right there. Doesn't get better than that.
Got him! Ain't nobody got time for that.
All right, my guy, the average historian, my man Jeremy. So he used to, we worked. We're gonna be friends forever. Worked at one point in one time with the Gamers Lounge where he made up the clips, but he's went on to bigger and better things. But we still communicate, and he was one of the people has bought a T-shirt for the fundraiser that we're doing, and you can see him in his T-shirt right there. Big cheese on his, big smile on his face. My man, shout out. I'm gonna like this. Oh, can't do it because I'm not signed in. It's weird. I gotta sign out all my accounts on my computer. Man, it's crazy. So anyway, thank you, Jeremy, for purchasing and supporting the DDI, the Digital Divide Initiative, with the Ahman Green Foundation. So appreciate you that. I asked him to take a picture of himself and maybe post it if he could. If not, send it to me and I'll post it. And I got a few other pictures to post of fans that have bought the T-shirts and wore them and show their support by wearing them. So he said in the post, "Did you get your T-shirt?" Yeah, he said, "Whenever you have the opportunity, support my friends," and I do it. And I do it, bridging the gap between potential and access. So there is one of the keynote lines to the Digital Divide. It says, "The launch the Digital Divide initiative powered by Ahman Green Foundation and stay plugged in to bring esports technology and mentorship to underserved youth across the United States. Together, we're creating opportunities, building futures, and leveling the digital playing field. Let's change the game one student at a time." I love it. Thank you, Jeremy. That's the best thing I've seen on social media today. Here we go. Now we're headed on down, going down the line. We got this week in esports history. So remember, I made the error. I got to go back to March and not April. Oh, that was funny. Let's see. We'll edit it here. So we'll go here. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Here. Boom. Let's go there. So go March 16th to March 18th. Boom. Where's the banner for that? Here we go. Yep. Boom. Esports history. Here we go. Ooh, we got some fun games here. So back in the day, I'm gonna probably pick out the best game. I got two games I'm gonna pick out. One I like. I know Akado in the chat loves this game. The first one is God of War 3. Came out in 2010 on this day, March 16th, which was Monday of this week. Kratos returned to conclude his original Greek trilogy. I can't say that word. Trilogy on the PS3. See, I told you PS3. This was on PS3. It was 3 though. It was widely praised for its massive scale and technical achievement for the era. And for my guy Akado, who's in the chat, who probably just jumped off, Final Fantasy VII came out in 2006 on March 16th. Square Enix released this entry in Japan for the PS2 and introduced a seamless open world design and the Gambit technical combat system, departing from traditional turn-based gameplay there. So let me keep that up here since I don't have everything else on here. I will leave that up there. And then another fun game. Let me see. Then March 17th was Pokemon Ruby and Sapphire 2003. This generation three classes officially arrived on North America on Game Boy Advance. They introduced 135 new Pokemon. So that's 151 plus 135. 151, 135. What's that? 6, 5, and 8. That's 8. Then 1 is 286 now. Or at that time, 286. Pokemon. So double battles and the Hoenn region. Okay. All right. And then, yes, the game I didn't play a whole lot of it, but I had it Unreal Tournament 2004. Also came out on March 17th. This definitive arena shooter launched on PC, adding vehicles and the popular Onslaught mode to the fast-paced competitive series. Then on March 18th, this is a fun day. The first game I'm going to go with, The Legend of Zelda 4 Swords Adventure 2004, came out in Japan on the GameCube. This title featured unique connectivity where players used Game Boy Advances as controllers for cooperative multiplayer gameplay there. And then the fun game I played growing up as a kid, actually this game was out when I was in high school and I was playing this, Streets of Rage 3, came out in 1994 on March 18th. This hard-hitting beat-em-up sequel arrived in Japan on the Mega Drive, which is also known as the Sega Genesis, known for its multiple endings and branching paths as well. And then in 2016, on March 16th, Pokemon Tournament, the Pokemon-themed fighting game developed by Bandai Namco, made it worldwide debut on the Wii U. So there is your video this week of video game history down the line. Sorry for the season mistake, putting in April and was looking at April dates and things of that nature. So yeah, I'm getting seasoned. I'm super seasoned now. So where we headed to next? It was some cool games for that month. So we're going games of the week. Here we go. We hit the intro.
Release the games. It's time for the game releases. Game releases.
All right. I didn't even did I get to that? Did I get the right games in? I got one. Get you out of there. Boom. All right. Here we go. Boom. All right. We got the games in right this time. We got the games of the week. The side scrolling at the top of the screen here. Malachi, great game. Yes. Unreal led to Gears of War. Did it? Really? I did not know that. Oh, I'll have to put that up for a little bit. I did not know that. Well, for new games of the week, here we go. I got to go all the way down the line because I messed up. Here we go. Boom. I will get that ready. And here we go. Game of the week. Yeah. Get to got the beat playing and then drop it on the screen. Here we go. This game is it playing? There we go. All right, this is Dead Zone Rogue. March comes out. Yes, it came out yesterday on the Nintendo Switch. Switch, like I mentioned already, is doing big games in terms of memory and all that. Is a boathouse will confirm. Horse boat or boathouse? So, Dead Zone Rogue is a rogue elite FPS set in space. Blast through hostile machines. Forge your build with augments and elements and grow stronger with each run. Solo or co-op you can play. So solo or co-op carnage, adventure on your own, or conquer the ship in a co-op squad and up to 3 players. Mark enemies. 3 enemies and focus on fire. Synchronize the grenade strikes and storm enemies. So let me go back down here. Boom. Keep it right there. So that is, and then you have face powerful enemies, fight against massive biomechanical bosses that demand steady aim and quick reflexes. So that is Horseboat. Yes, season moment. See, everybody's having their season moment today. I had my season moment. There was yours, Malachi. So check this thing out. Dead Zone Rogue on Nintendo Switch. All right, next game here is, let me see here. Did I get this one up? Oh, I didn't get this one up. See, another season moment. What are we going to do in mine today? I don't know. I'm going to have to just figure it out. Don't go here. Go here. Trailer. Hey, how about y'all seeing that Spider-Man trailer? Oh my god, that looked good. What's it called? Brand New Day. He's still mourning that his friends don't know who he is. Remember? All right. Oh, I did have this up. Where was it? Was it here? Nope. Where was it at? I knew I had this up somewhere. Oh, here it is. I already had it up. Sorry. Get it up on the big screen here. All right, we got Russian Beat X, Return of the Brawl Brothers. Comes out tomorrow on all platforms, PS5, Xbox, and PC. So Return of the Brawl, check it out. It's an upcoming your way, and it's over. It says overcome evil with the power of righteous fury, with more characters, more weapons, and more beatdowns. So a new kind of a new gen scrolling. So to dive into people's mind. Oh, you could read people's minds. She is lying. Oh, a little bit of mind reading going on here, huh? So with more characters, more weapons, and more beatdowns in the fighting, this looks like a updated, like a new, you know how the 8-bit games look? This looks like that. That is crazy. I don't know, we'll do that. So you got they got the Switch on the screen too. That looks fun. Russian Beat. Let me find some more information on this. This looks like a fun game to get into. To go over to because it's on Steam as well. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought I had that season moment. All right, it says the legendary beat 'em up series from Jalico returns. Master Train Fighters. Wait a minute. I'm looking at two different games. There's the Master Train Fighters and the Rising Evil Up and the raw strength of refined technique. Build around, easy to use, auto combos. The game lets skilled players weave powerful strings of exhilarating combat. Let your fists burn with fury. Yeah, so it's a whole different look on Switch. Let me make sure this is the right game here. What's this say? The world ends with you. Oh no, that's a whole different game. Sorry. Season moment number 4 for today. Hold up. I gotta switch to this one here. Oh, it's a video here playing. We're gonna switch it to here. Here we go. Play that thing. This is the game we should be. This is it right here. Wrong combo of games. Oh my goodness. So season. So there's the fight 'em. There's the beat 'em up. Where more of the weapons and the beatdowns happen, not in that other game we just saw. There's one of them long days here. Can't wait till this stream is over. Too much sauce today. Way too much, Malachi. Man, I need to get sleep. I haven't got a whole lot of sleep these days. So that is games of the week. We made it through that. Oh my God. Yeah, thanks for rolling with me. This would be that episode. Remember that episode where Ahman didn't have nothing ready to go? I think I have something ready to go now, which is
Row, row, row your boat gently up the... sorry. Excuse me. It's time for What's on Stream.
All right, what's on stream? We know what's on stream. All right, it's Fallout. It's the season finale. We got the credits up there. I just got to see if I can find a video of it because everything is... It's hard to find these days. No good recaps of stuff, but let me see. I'll find a recap right now for y'all. We run on the fly here on this podcast. All right. And there's a lot going on because it is the end and truth is coming out everywhere around the town, around the city of Fallout. What? Another commercial? I got back-to-back commercials. Let my video play. So you got to remember. Let me share here. Boom. Go back to the beginning. Before I share that screen, pop it up. But we got the finale. So it's called this episode is season 8 episode of season 1, or episode 8 of season 1, the beginning. So it brings all the storylines crashing down together from the past and now to the present. So Vault and the Wasteland is revealing that the end of the world has never just somebody just hit the button. It was an accident. No, it was a planned attack. So this episode delivers all the answers, all the consequences, and a setup that changes everything moving forward. So until my screen gets done pill wheeling, I will talk through what this episode was about. So Lucy reaches the truth of her journey. So her journey finally leads her to the center of the mystery, the truth about Vault Tech and the war. What she discovers isn't just shocking, it's really devastating to her because it involves her father. So the Vault weren't simply built to save humanity. They were designed to test it. So people were down there getting tested through the different things that were being grown down there. So Lucy is forced to confront that reality that everything she believed in growing up in Vault 33, the safety, the security, the structure, the mortality, was all part of a controlled built manipulation of programming. So her optimism doesn't disappear, but it evolves into something more stronger, which is her awareness. So now she's not happy that they basically pulled a fast one on her. So by the end of this episode, Lucy is no longer surviving the wasteland. She understands it and she knows what she has to do to get by and get through that. And so then we jump to the ghoul, who is played by Walter Goggins. The ghoul faces his past as well, knowing that his wife was a part of the past, pressing those buttons. And the one person, kind of like Thanos, like, you know what, we got to make a decision. We got to do this. If we do this by dropping the bombs, and then we could test out the groups, it'll be all worth the while. So the ghoul storyline reaches its emotional peak because of that. Through revelations about his former life as Cooper Howard, we finally see the full picture of his whole transformation, because now we know him as the ghoul as a badass in the wasteland, right? But the biggest blow comes from the truth about his wife and her connection with Vault Tech, the larger agenda. The betrayal isn't just personal, it's tied directly to the events that led to the destruction of the world, all the A-bombs being dropped. So for the ghoul, this isn't closure, it's just confirmation right now. So the world didn't just fall apart, it was allowed to fall basically apart. So his hardened personality now makes complete sense because he lost his wife, lost his daughter. He's still looking for him. He's not really lost him, but we will find out, because other seasons, there's season 2 of this. This is just season 1, and 3 been greenlighted as well. So we have 2 seasons that you got 2 seasons you can watch now. You have 3 seasons that's coming up in the next couple of years to all get to the end of all of this. And if you played the video game, might be in the video game, but if it's not in the video game, please put it in the chat. What is going on now in the series is not happening in the game. If it's a yes or a no, but just put it in the chat. Please let me know. So with that realization, the ghoul, he is scarred. He carries his roots in this loss, betrayal, and then his survival is a part of it as well. And then we look at our next hero in the series. Maximus chooses who he is finally, because with all the doubt in every episode, and I say this to myself, and sometimes when you're having a tough day, or sometimes when I was playing ball and make a mistake, you just don't trust yourself. And it's like, no, man, you got to have confidence. And that's what Maximus had to have confidence. So finally he reaches that turning point throughout the whole season. He's been chasing for power, for his confidence, for validation, and for his own identity. All right. So hiding behind the armor that never truly belonged to him. He's finally passed it. In the finale, he is forced to make the choice, and he does continue living the lie or die, define himself with his own terms. And I believe, he did that. He defined himself with his own terms. The video is still pinned well, so it's not playing right now. So, but I'll continue on. Maximus begins to understand that power isn't just about armor or rank. It's about your responsibility and truth. His arc sets him up for a character who could either rise as a leader or fall trying to become one. All right. And as we know, to wrap all this up real quick, the Vault-Tec is exposed now, just like the Umbrella Corporation, just like any big company within a video game that is now a series that we know about. The biggest revelation of the episode and the season is the confirmation of Vault-Tec's true intentions of what they're doing with the vaults. Through intertwined storylines and past connections, it becomes clear Vault-Tec had knowledge of the war. They positioned themselves to benefit from it, and the vaults were part of a long-term experiment, not just a survival plan for everybody underground and everybody on top of the ground, right? That survived the fallout. So the beginning takes on a new meaning. It's just the end. It just isn't just the end of the one story. It's the start of another, understanding that the system that created the wasteland, which is Vault-Tec. All right. So these worlds move forward. So everybody's just up and moving. So the finale doesn't neatly wrap up things, of course, because we got New Vegas coming in season 2 that some of y'all might have watched already. And if you haven't watched it, please do. Fallout series is on the ranks of just as high as Last of Us. So good job to the writers and directors and the actors to bring us a great story, video game to movie screen done right. So the finale doesn't just neatly wrap itself up. It expands the world. So Lucy steps up into her new role of clarity and purpose, because now she understands, being underground is not an excuse of not to know what's going on above ground. And so she has to take forward steps to make sure she is safe, and her awareness is more, focused and locked in. All right. The Ghoul continues forward with his truth, but no peace for him, because obviously he's still looking for his family and everything. Now, Lucy know what time it is. Yes, she does. She knows what time it is now. All right. And Maximus stands at the edge of becoming something even greater, So what the heck was that? Big bounce. So, and beyond them, the wasteland feels bigger than ever, because it's, you're seeing the monsters, the little dogs, not little dogs, but big dogs that come out during the day at night, and they walk on 4 and 2 legs. They dangerous. The Ghoul, they took out a few of them. Lucy took out a few of them too. So you got so much going on beyond then, and the wasteland feels bigger than ever. So the truth is out, but it's the only part of the story. All right. So some of the big themes that came up in this finale here: truth versus the control, the identity versus survival, power versus responsibility, and the cost of knowing way too much. Because sometimes it costs your life, or it might cost who you are. Like you're being found out that you're a part of something that you weren't a part of, but now you're thrown into it, and then they come after you. So the show makes one thing clear: the apocalypse wasn't the end; it was the beginning of something more. And I said for something more controlled. All right. So why this finale is a great finish, but then a continuation. It delivers major answers without losing the mystery of what's going on, deepens even more characters' arcs, like Maximus, for example, and even the Ghoul, too. Him looking for his wife, having an idea, his wife and daughter, too, and connects the past of 2020, of 2077 to the present of 2296. So almost over 200 years from the time. And it also raises the stakes for season 2 in a meaningful way. Yes, it's going to be hype. So you watch this season 1, it has definitely got you ready for season 2. And then I can't wait to watch season 3, because I finished season 2 already. So I got to go back and rehash it, recap it, bring up memory, so I don't have another season moment on here talking about the recap. But that is not yet. So my final take on Fallout Season 1. So the beginning lives up to its title. It flips the perspective of the entire season from survival in a broken world and to understanding who broke it and why they did break it, which is a Voltite, as we know. Lucy now knows the truth. The ghoul lives within it, and Maximus must decide what to do with it, being truthful to himself and being strong and confident and just saying, you know what, yeah, that armor ain't nothing, but I'm still a dude. Leave me alone. The bombs may have ended the world, unfortunately, but the real story is getting just started, and we got season 2 already there. So go ahead and watch season 2 of Fallout. I believe it's supposed to be New Vegas or what have you. So there you go. And I might have dropped a little Easter egg for New Vegas. What time is it? All right. So now we're headed up down to the last episode segment of the show. We got here Ahman gamer tip of the week. We're dealing with fighting games. So last one, as it says on the screen, stop button mashing if you want to get good at a game. I say button mash if you want to try to just sort of survive and panic. You go, panic, button, hit the baby, BACD, RB, trigger, D-pad, left, right, up, down, whatever. But what you do, tip is button mashing builds bad habits. Remember that. So instead, press with intention. Know your buttons, know your combinations. Every button should have a purpose. So know what that purpose is for. Hitting the B button, hitting the A button, hitting the X, the Y. Because some buttons are paired off in kicks and punches, like X and Y might be your left punch and your right punch. A and B might be your low kick and your high kick, or your left kick with your left leg, or your right kick with your right leg. So know those buttons. RB might be one of your like your rage art. The right trigger might be your block, or it might be your stick, your left analog stick, going backwards, which your player might be your block button. So know those buttons. So you're just not panicking and button mashing and getting through a fight. All right. Get those buttons down in your head. No mashing. Stop mashing the buttons and master them. Become a badass FGC player in Smash, in Tekken 8, Street Fighter 6, Guilty Gear, Brawlhalla, whatever. Another fighting game that's out there. We got Tokon coming out with the Marvel characters as well. It says CK Dexter says, I'll let the kids know. Better stop bad habits now. Yep. In the button mashing when you're playing fighting games, and any other bad habits if they got out there too for you. Check Dexter. All right. CK Dexter. So man, appreciate everyone coming in. Thank you for tuning in to Ahman Green's Gamers Lounge, where sports and life collide. Again, when you're on this show, we could talk sports. And actually, we're going to have a sports guy on this show this time in 2 weeks. So next week, I'll be in Las Vegas at Res 2026. Remember, I was there last year. So I may do my podcast from there. I don't know. Just hold on. It may happen. It may not. If not, I want to check out our next guest for the show. Which I got his name here. I'm pulling it up on my phone real quick. Oh, let me make sure. Here we go. Type in. Make sure I have his right information. Here we go. All right, we got Chris Coyer. He is he's a Las Vegas Raider running back. So Chris Coyer is an American football professional football player for the Las Vegas Raiders. He played college football for the Nassau Lions and the Wagner Seahawks. Sound like Canadian teams. Played college football at Lock Haven University of Pennsylvania. So he'll be on the podcast April 1st. Ain't no April Fool's, April 1st. So he'll be on the show. Courteous of NR Media, one of my media groups that I'm working with to get guests on the show. So we got a football player coming in to be in the Gamers Lounge with us to talk a little bit of video games and a lot of football. All right. He's going to give his experience and come in and talk. Can't wait to talk to the young man. see what his game is like and his day is like as a current NFL player. So there it is. I want to put that out there. And so again, thank you for coming in to watch Ahman Green's Gamers Lounge, where gaming and sports collide. We hope you enjoyed the show. Don't forget to go to the DDI, get the get your t-shirt today to donate. Get your little keepsake for that. So hope you enjoyed the show and got your daily dose of gaming goodness, insightful conversation. Be sure to follow us on social media. We are everywhere. Let me put the social up real quick. Bam. All those are at the bottom of the screen. All that. Follow us on social. Please do that. Subscribe to the podcast. We're on YouTube as well. This is live on YouTube. All the platforms we're on right now. We're on LinkedIn. We're on YouTube. We're on Twitch 2 times. Ahman Green's Gamers Lounge and NIL TV Esports. We're collaborating, and we're on X as well. All right. So please follow, subscribe at all those places, especially on YouTube. Subscribe, and join our community of gamers. Until next time, keep gaming strong, stay passionate about it. And my name is Ahman Green, signing off, and game on. Have a good weekend. See y'all next week, or see y'all maybe next week. If not, see you in a couple weeks. Peace out. Naughty in the chat, Akido, OG John, CK, Malachi, everybody in the chat. Thanks for jumping in today for this episode. And like I said, I will catch you all either later today. We might be doing a Lego stream with my granddaughter. We'll see. Maybe today, maybe tomorrow. All right, but she's in town, so I'll put out a post if I'm streaming later on tonight. Even though it might be Wingman Wednesday, it might be Lego Day with my granddaughter. So y'all know, just to be ready to get prepared for it. It'll be a fun Lego stream with her today. But on that note, thank you for coming in, and see you guys soon.